25 Septemba twali tuweze emyaka 10 mu bufumbo n'omwami wange, so we decided tugendeko Queen Elizabeth tujja kuza emyaka gyaffe 10.
Africa, Uganda, the Pearl. Kyayitiridde bannange.
Pearl of Africa.
Laba enkula y'emiti egyetondese ku lusozi olulungi kibadde kitya?
Kirikiriya.
Koda tuwadde obulamu obulungi. Kinzijukiza engeri gye twatandikamu omukwano gwaffe. Bwe tukyali bana bato kwegamba nga otandika n'omuntu ng'owulira omwagadde ku mutima akusanyusa kana nagenda kituwamu n'omukisa natuweramu abaana natuwa omusimbi mukama okitukoledde bannange kyo sitoma Katonda musaba busabi atwongere obuwangaazi atukumire byatuwadde twongere okulambula ku Uganda bitundu byonna tubyetooloole mutuufu akitukoledde nze mwebaza. Ozirengera.
Ahead of us is a herd of buffaloes, and that herd is headed by one dominant male. It has the rights of mating, meaning if any other bull comes in to mate with the females around, he will either be kicked out, killed, or rebuked.
Welcome to the salt pan, where we harvest our salt. But before I explain to you about salt, let's turn back to our name, Bonyampaka. The name of that salt lake is called Bonyampaka, and why they name it Bonyampaka? There were two kingdoms fighting about that salt lake, Toro Kingdom and Ankole Kingdom. One kingdom say, I'm the boss who is controlling that salt lake. Another kingdom say, no, you are deceiving, you are not the one, I'm the one. So in that fighting, in our local language, that is Mpaka. On that process, government come and separate them and hand over that salt lake to a park. Park was controlling that salt lake 30 years, whereby community are benefiting inside, because we have a lot of animals within here. That's why they hand over to the park. Later on, also, government come and hand over that salt lake to community. By now, it is controlled by community. So that's where the name Bonyampaka came from. Let's turn to a side of salt. Here we harvest salt in a dry season only. But when it rains, rainwater destroy everything. The whole here be overflowed. So we spray water on that layer. We do it like this. The whole pan, and wait for 30 minutes. Water dries up. If that water dries up, it means that I'm adding more layer, or I'm increasing the thickness of the salt to become thicker. You spray once, water dries up, become thicker. You spray second phase, water dries up, also increase. Spray third phase, water dries up, increase, also 4-step maximum. When you spray 4 times, it means that that salt has become mature to be harvested. You harvest a lot of salt. Before we step there to harvest that salt, we have to wear some protection gears. We use long socks, football socks, reaches here. And when you step there deep, it reaches here on the knees. And why I wear some protection gear is when you spray 4 times, that salt it becomes very, very sharp. When you step there without wearing anything, it cuts. You feel painful. So we have to avoid that painful. That's where we wear some protection gears. Then you step there. We have a big tray which we are using to scoop that top layer, akaka moving, and put it aside. That's why you see some small hips somewhere there. And then next, when you step there to harvest that salt, you keep on walking. Where you are stepping, some footmarks of that magma has to remain behind. Now what to do, we have a bow line which you are using to level that footmarks. You make sure that you have leveled the whole pan to avoid mixing a magma with salt next time when you are going to harvest another salt. Because when you harvest that one, another one it forms again. A part of medicine in human. If someone is suffering a goiter, you know goiter? That person will keep on linking the salt. It assists the goiter not to expand because there is a natural iodine in that salt. When you see someone suffering that kind of disease, it means that he's lacking iodine in his body. So that is the use of that salt.
This is the channel that brings and takes the water to the lake. So these are all antelopes, and their name, they are called waterbuck. If you remember when we had boat ride, the guide told us the reason why they are called waterbuck is because their life relies much on water. So if it takes more than 2 days without drinking, it can easily collapse.
Olengirira ddala emitala eri gye twavudde, ennyanja ziro zirengera eyo gye twabadde.